Well, hello. So I figured I would show my fish room, if you want to even call it that. I mean, bunch of tanks in a room. It's a fish room, right? Uh, just so the random internet person has some idea of what I got going on. So up here I've got 4 bettas. So this guy right here was given to me and looked absolutely awful when I got him. All his fins rotted off, so now he's in some seriously better shape. This guy was a freebie on a local fish store, had a sale day, and they were giving away bettas, so that's where I got him. This guy I got at the same time as that other one. His fins have not and are not getting any better. There's a little part you might be able to see there that's growing back a little bit, but he is still a disaster. So I'm not really sure what more to do with him. This tank was treated with erythromycin and general cure. Got lots of tannins and all sorts of stuff, so I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Salt maybe. This guy, I've had him for a while. He has a broken back, which has healed, all screwed up. So he doesn't swim all that well, and his fins reflect the fact that he pretty much just chills at the bottom all the time. They're just torn up. They're not going to grow back. He's a disaster. But he seems to be pretty happy. I mean, he just, chills. You can see his bent ass back right there. Nasty. But he does pretty good. And he broke that about a year ago, so found him behind the stove. I had his tank next to the stove in the kitchen. He had jumped out. My bad. Probably should have put a lid on that one. Let's see, we've got we'll call it a community tank, which at the moment has a bunch of different Danios. I have some longfin leopard Danios, some pearl Danios, some white clouds, and another kind of Danio that I haven't actually been able to identify. The fish store called them one thing, you Google it, and I get nothing. So that would be whatever that one is. Oh, that one is right there. And there's a couple of them. He's got a messed up tail. Looks like it got chopped off and then it grew back a little bit. So I don't know what he is. Eventually I'll figure it out. And then let's move on to some other stuff. Oh, there's some really cool bumblebee catfish in there, but I don't know if I'd be able to see it. They hide, of course. Trying to see. Oh, I know where one is. There's one always over on the side here. And they're really cool. He doesn't always look that great, but he's out eating when it's time. Alright, let's check out some other stuff. This was just a dirted scaping experiment. All these neon tetras and black neons were given to me along with those bettas. So I wouldn't buy these for myself, but I got them. They're here. They're gonna live their life here. Next tank over, we've got gold ring Danios, Danio Tinwini, and I've got about 8 of them in there. Breeding these unsuccessfully, we'll say. They are breeding. I'm not putting in the effort to collect eggs, so nothing's coming out of that yet. They, of course, scatter right on that big pile of moss. But like I said, I'm not picking them out. And then here we have a CPD tank. And these guys, I am pulling eggs daily. No, every 3 days. I am doing this on a phone, so the lighting sucks. But they are spawning like crazy. I've got tons and tons of eggs in my little cup there. So that's going well. Let's see. These guys are long-finned leopard danios. These were spawned from the other tank of long-finned leopard danios. And they've grown up. They're about 2 or 3 months old. These were accidental. They came in when I was seeding this tank on the sponge filter, squeezing it out. Dropped a bunch of babies in there, which is, you know, fun. This tank is, I've been dumping some eggs in here because there's a lot of like mulm and algae and some like random plants and just whatever random crap I just sort of throw in here. I tried growing some plants out and stuff in here. Didn't go well because he really didn't take care of it, but and that's pretty much it. I mean, I have an empty tank here ready for something. I've got 2 more tanks down here ready for something. This one I was hoping was going to be a Hillstream Loach tank, but that's been months. Local fish store hasn't had any, and when they do, I'm not fast enough to get them. So at some point I'll get a couple and get them in here, and that's about it for that one. I do have other tanks. I'm not gonna go into them yet because kids are really freaking loud in the other room. So at some point I'll throw those up here and everybody can take a look at those. So I guess that's it. See ya.